Welcome to the Fun and Wellness channel. I'm Jane, and today's lesson or workout is going to be learning the Rumba. Now, the Rumba is a dance that started around 1860 in Cuba, and it's a synthesis of the Congo African drums and Spanish melodies. Rumba means ruckus or party, and it's been popular for 165 years, so should be a fun thing to learn. We're going to start with the basic. It's called a box dance. Think about a box or a square tile about 18 inches, and we're going to dance around that. So we'll start as a follower. Now, this is a couples dance. It doesn't have to be. And if you don't have a leader right now, you can learn the basic steps, and that will help you to be able to dance, because a leader doesn't have to be pushing you around because you don't know anything at all. It really gives you a leg up. Okay, the follower stands in the upper right-hand corner of the box or square. The timing for this is slow, quick, quick. A slow is equivalent to a count of 2 quick quicks. You can go 1, 2, 3, 4, or slow, quick, quick. First, you want to take the outside leg, and according to dance, ladies always are right. Ha! So it also means that ladies always start on the right, and then the leaders will start on the left. Okay, so we're going to start on the right, step back about as big as the box or square is, step back for the slow. Now the quick, quick comes, you're going to make an L. So you're going to start here, and then you're going to end up at the opposite diagonal corner. But we don't want to go just like that, because it doesn't look as nice. So we're going to slide our legs back, kind of make an L, a little rounded L. Quick, that's a quick. Okay, and then we'll bring the other leg to meet it as a quick. Now, once we're here, that's just half of the box. We need to complete the box. So our left goes slow, quick, quick. And now the box is completed. So really a unit is 2 slow, quick quicks. Okay, now let me talk a little bit about the leaders, because the followers start in the forward right corner. The leaders start in the lower left corner, and they're actually doing the same thing, but they're shifted. The followers are doing that first half of the box, while the leaders are doing the second half of the box. It works out because when the follower moves their right foot back, the leader moves their left foot forward, and so they're dancing with their shoulders parallel. Okay, we'll practice that step a little bit, and you can add some Latin motion to it if you want to. Slow, quick, quick, slow, quick, quick. Notice my shoulders are even. I'm not bouncing around, and my knees are bent a little bit, so I can kind of throw that hip out a little bit. Slow, quick, quick, slow, quick, quick. Okay, that's the basis of the dance. I always say the count in my head when I'm dancing. Let's do another variation. We're going to cross over, slow, and then step back, quick, quick. Now see, when I'm doing this section, my feet are a little bit angled because it's easier. Then slow, quick, quick, slow, quick, quick, slow, quick, quick. Now, there's 2 variations of that. The one where you step and you raise your hand, and it looks really cool because the partner is raising their hand the other way. Slow, quick, quick, slow, quick, quick. And now we have the second variation of that forward crossover. They start with their hands together, and then they go slow, quick, quick. Slow, quick, quick, slow, quick, quick, slow, quick, quick. And then sometimes, if you're here, the leader will push So you want to turn around quick, quick. So I'll show you some turns. Here's a turn. Now I have my socks on because I want to slip on the floor, not be stuck on it. So I didn't wear my tennis shoes today. You want to be able to slide on the floor. That's the reason people have dance shoes, is because they have suede bottoms and you also get grips, but it's still slippery. So here's a thing you can put on your shoe. Most of the turns are done on the ball of your foot. So you can put this on your shoe. It's just like a sock but no ends on it. You can get that online, and that will help you sometimes if you don't have a floor that you'll be able to slip as easily on. You don't want to slip too much though, because some of them are treacherous. You better check it out before you try it. Okay, now this is called a rock step. Slow, quick, quick. Slow, quick, quick. Now you don't have to lift that leg that's doing the quick. Slow, quick, quick, slow, quick, quick, slow, quick, quick. You just lift it a little bit. Take the weight off of it. Slow, quick, quick, slow, quick, quick. Let's get into a little bit of partner type dancing etiquette. If you're standing right exactly in line, if the leader goes forward and you go back, you're going to crash. So what we want to do is be offset. So take a little step to the left. They're looking over your right shoulder and you're looking over their right shoulder. And that way, when you dance, you're not going to crash your feet in together, but you can still keep your frame, which is my shoulders, arms, his shoulders, arms, or her shoulders, arms, evenly spaced so that we dance together around like this. So now some more patterns. First of all, you want your shoulders back. You want the tip top of your head pulled up so that you have a nice posture. Part of dancing is looking good. You want to look good. Another thing is, don't worry. If you make a little mistake, who cares? We're dancing. So relax, and we're all human, and if you make a little mistake, it's just dancing. So let's talk about hand positions. Put your hands up there. Now, you want your hands so that they're a unit with your body. If you go like this or step, it's a unit. Now, if your hands are just loose and your partner tries to steer you into the next direction, your body's not going to follow. So the hands are the connection. So we'll talk about an underarm turn. So you start in the regular position, slow, quick, quick. And now the partner raises your hand up, not too high, but his is over your head to indicate that he wants you to do an under your arm turn. And slow, and now you want to make an arc, quick, quick, and your slow is just the opposite direction that you started with. So slow, and now you need to make a 180-degree turn. Quick, quick. Now I'm going to do that on the rug because it's easier to twirl. Then you finish it off with a slow, quick, quick. Okay, let's do that. Let's start about here, and we've got our positions. Slow, quick, quick. Arm goes up. Slow, quick, quick. Slow, quick, quick. Slow, quick, quick. Okay, that's how you do an underarm turn. Do a quicker underarm turn. I'm going to go here because I'm going to have to do it faster. Okay, I'm going to do it from this way. So this one, I'm actually going to step toward the turn. So slow, and like a military turn, you flip, and then quick, quick. Let's do that again. So it would be the second half of the box. And I'd go slow, quick, quick. If you haven't done military turns, I'll show you a couple of them. So if I'm doing with this leg, I always turn, pivot on both balls of the feet, and I always turn toward the back leg like that. Let's say I want to do it again. I think we did this in the cha-cha. Do it again, and there you go. And that's just half of a box timing-wise. Okay, I'm going to show you a slower turn. Now I'm with my partner, like that, and we're gonna start at the beginning here. Slow, quick, quick, slow, quick, quick. Now if you want to turn around, you can do it in quarters, or you can just go slowly and angle yourself around. So let's do that. Slow, quick, quick, slow, quick, quick. That's a quarter. Slow, quick, quick, slow, quick, quick. Half. Slow, quick, quick, slow, quick, quick, slow, quick, quick, slow, quick, quick. Now we got all the way around, just slowly. So, okay, we had the quick one, we had the very slow one, and then we had the underarm turn. We have one other turn to talk about, and that is, it's like you're dancing on a door that's laid on the ground, because your partner wants to quickly get you to the opposite side. Your partner's here, you want to get to the opposite side. So you're on like a train track, and he's got to get out of the way for you to come by on the train track. So let's start. Once again, we start with the slow, quick, quick. And now he's going to be moving, and you go slow, quick, quick, straight. Then slow, turn around, quick, quick. Then you do a slow, quick, quick, and we can do it again. Slow, meanwhile he got back on track, but now he gets out of the way again. Slow, quick, quick, slow, quick, quick. And then slow, quick, quick to finish the box. Okay, so that was 3 different turns that we learned. So the first dance is called Love in Mexico by Carmen Maria and Edu Espinal off the YouTube Music Library. Let's get started. Quick, quick. Slow turn. Slow, quick, quick, 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 slow, quick, quick, slow, quick, 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 slow, quick, quick, slow, quick, quick, slow, quick, quick, slow, quick, quick. We can go forward, slow, quick, quick, 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 slow, slow, quick, quick, 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 slow. That was the cross body. Slow, quick, quick, slow, quick, quick, slow. Regular turn. Quick, quick, slow, quick, quick, slow, quick, quick, slow, quick, quick, slow. There, okay, not too many mistakes. That was good. The next song is Pablo by the Mini Vandals. Quick, quick, slow. Slow, quick, quick, 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 slow, quick, slow, quick, 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 quick, slow. Okay, thank you so much for participating. I hope you enjoyed it. You can always watch again. Now, if you're more interested in couples and the leader wants to get his steps a little better, I'm not very good at that because I've always been a follower in the dance. I'll recommend Social Dance Online and I'll give you a link to it. It's a pretty good one. Don't just go watch all theirs though. I'd appreciate you coming back because we're going to do the bachata next. So thank you very much. Please subscribe. Right over there's a little subscribe button. Or give me a comment. Send me what else you would like to learn. We have talents here that I want to share. So thank you very much. Have a great evening. Bye.